Hello, friends. Happy Wednesday. I hope you guys are having an amazing week so far. I wanted to jump in here this week, and as we get ready to close out January and close out the first month of the new year, I wanted to do a little mini training to kind of help you go to the next level, to help you continue with your desires, continue to keep your focus, and really start looking at what might be some of the challenges that you're seeing as far as your results go, right? This is usually around the time of year where people start kind of stepping back from their goals. They've been pushing, they've been focused, they've been doing the things that they sort of set out to do at the beginning of the year. And this is around the time where people start wobbling a bit. Maybe they're not going to the gym as much. Maybe they're not eating right. Maybe they're kind of falling back on their business goals, or they're not writing intentions or doing mindset work. And so they're not seeing the results that they want to see. Or maybe they have gone all in, they've put in all the action, all the effort, and they're still not quite seeing the results that they want. And so I wanted to put together a quick 5 sort of piece training to help you understand that if you're not seeing the results that you want to see, this might be part of the reason. 1, 2, or all of these things may be part of the reason. So let's dive in, okay? So the first thing that I see most often is that people are relying on action only, right? So what this looks like is they decide that they want to do something and they dive into, like, they hit the ground running. They do all the things, they show up in all the places, they're doing all the things that they can think of action-wise, right? They're running, they're changing their habits, they're, eating a special diet, they're only drinking water, and they're doing all the action stuff, but they're not changing anything else. They're not thinking about or even focused on the mindset. They're not thinking about what they're thinking. They're not aware of what's happening energetically. They're completely either unknowingly leaving those two things out, or they're thinking that action is the thing that's going to get them to where they want to be. And yes, that is part of the equation, but it's a small part. It's smaller than most of us realize, right? When I do this work and I work with clients on creating changes in their lives and their businesses and relationships, all of that, we do focus on action because there are things that we need to do, right? That we feel inspired to do. But what we focus on more often than anything else, right, is the mindset and the energy. And I've been talking about this a little bit because this is a big part of the all-in program that I've been talking about the last couple of weeks. You want to make sure that your mindset and your energy are in the right place. So number 1, you're taking the right action and you can sustain that action, right? So if you are relying solely on your action and you're not even looking at that inner work, if you're not even focused on or aware of your energy, your mindset, your beliefs, or any of that, then you're really doing yourself a disservice and you're not seeing the level of results at all in some cases, or you're not seeing them to the degree that you could if you were actually taking care of the mindset and the energy portion, right? So that's something to think about. The second reason that I see most people not seeing the results that they want to see has to do with their mindset, and it's because they're pulling from their past. And what does that mean? It really means that people are sort of regurgitating their past failures. They're regurgitating the past situation that was similar to this. The last time they tried to lose weight, the last time they tried to save money, the last time they got into a really great relationship and then everything kind of went to hell, right? So what happens if they're not careful, and I fall into this camp as well, if we are not careful and we're not doing the mindset work to plant new beliefs, to choose to believe in a forward-thinking way, to kind of let our past be and give ourselves the grace that we need to move forward, then what we're doing is we're doing ourselves a disservice, and we're constantly pulling from what we know to be true or what we believe to be true based on our past experiences. And one of my favorite sayings is, your past doesn't matter unless you want to repeat it. I'm going to say it again. Your past does not matter unless you want to repeat it. If you want to repeat it, then continually focus in that way, right? Focus on what you did. Focus on how you were there. But the truth is, we have to create anew. So if you're constantly going, I want to do X, Y, and Z, but the last time, then that's holding you back, right? And that's why mindset is such a key piece to this, okay? The next reason I see people not really seeing the results that they want, ready, is because they're not very clear. They don't have clarity. They're not really clear on why. Why are you doing what you're doing? Why are you doing what you're doing? If you don't have a big enough reason or purpose or feeling connected to what it is you're doing, then number one, you're just going through the motions, and it's going to be so much easier for you to quit, right? When I set out to do this business, to create this work and to step out and create this thing on my own, my why was so big. It still is. It's not just about me. It's not just about income. It's not just about supporting my family. Those are all big reasons. But it's also about me fulfilling a purpose, me stepping into who I really am, me continuing to grow and evolve, and really ultimately helping others change themselves so they can impact and influence the world. That's why I do what I do, right? That is my why. And honestly, I can't not do it now because my why is so big. Yes, there are moments when I have felt frustrated and I've wondered if it was going to work out. There are moments when I'm like, do I really want to do this? But those are the moments when the why, the reason that you're doing it, has to kick in. And that's why it has to be very clear for you. Why are you doing what you're doing? Why? What is the feeling that you're looking for? What is the ultimate outcome that you desire from this thing that you've set out to do? So think about that, okay? Another reason, and again, this happens around this time of year, if you're not seeing results, it's because you're giving up too soon. Most of the New Year's resolutions, right, the people that set these goals only once a year, generally within the first 4 to 6 weeks of the year completely give up. They quit. They don't see the number on the scale move. They don't see the situation in their bank account change. Their relationship hasn't changed. And it's because they're trying to see these massive shifts and results in a short period of time, and compounded with the fact that maybe they don't know their why, or maybe they're focused only on action, and that's the thing that's keeping them moving forward. Right? So if you're only doing it for 6 weeks and you're not seeing the results that you want to see, it's because you're willing to give up too quickly. Like, you have to commit to the desire. You have to decide that you're going to go all in. You have to commit and decide and determine and demand and declare that this thing is the thing that you're doing, and you have to get your mindset and energy behind it, right? So when you hear me talk about decision and choice and deciding it is done, this is what I'm talking about. Those of us, and I'm including myself in this because I've done this for years, right? Not so much this year, but I've done it in the past, who have set a goal and been like, yeah, I kind of want to do that thing. That's not deciding, right? That's giving you an out. That's giving you an opportunity to quit on the very thing that you say that you want. But when you decide, there's something different there, okay? So stop giving up too soon. Now, the last thing is basically what I just said, right? There's another piece. You just haven't decided. You haven't decided that this thing, this year, this moment is going to be the thing for you. You just haven't decided. You're giving yourself an out. You're saying, I'm trying. This is the year I would like to. This is the year I intend, right? Each of those statements has a very different energy than I decide, right? Decision is very definitive. You decide what you're going to do. You choose, you make a choice. You get all of your energy, all of your mindset, all of your action behind this decision, and you do it. You go all in, right? You don't give up, you don't walk away, you become very aware, but you have decided that this is the moment that those things change. And the challenge that I see so often is I hear people say, well, I really want to, and I kind of decided, or I kind of, this is the year that maybe, and then they fill in the blank. I hope that this is the year I do X, Y, and Z. Well, none of that really matters until you decide. So if you're not seeing the results, it's because you're giving yourself a way out, because you haven't decided that this is the year that you're going to do the thing, and you're not affirming that decision. You're not confirming and making that same decision day after day after day. Does that make sense? So when I talk about this mindset piece and I talk about this energy piece, what I'm talking about is getting your energy behind it, getting your mindset behind it daily. Not just doing it one time, set it and forget it. That's not how it works. This is about consistency. This is about accountability. This is about consistent focus and awareness and really deciding that you're going to do this, right? So I wanted to share these things. I'm going to go through them very quickly again. And then I want to tell you that, these things are things that we all struggle with. But when you know what may be holding you back, then you can make a change. So number one, you're relying solely on action and you're skipping or ignoring or not knowing about the mindset and energy part. Well, now you know and you get to change that, right? Number two is you're pulling from your past. You're allowing your past situation, your past experience to dictate what you expect in this current place. And if you want to change things, you have to stop pulling from that. You have to create anew, okay? Number three, your reason isn't clear enough. Your why. Do you know why? Grab your journal and start writing out why it is that you want to do what you're doing. What is your big reason for this, okay? Number four, you're giving up too soon. And if you have an affirmation or if you have an intention or something that you set out to do at the beginning of this year or maybe even at the end of last year, and you're on the sort of, tipping point of quitting, let this be a lesson not to do that. Keep going, okay? And the last one is that you just haven't decided. You're not all in. When you decide, you get your mind, your energy, and your action behind what you're doing. You don't quit. You don't give up. You don't let things deter you. And you choose day after day after day that gets to be your reality. Okay? So those are the 5 things that may be holding you back. If you're not seeing results, those might be sort of the culprits, right? It might be 1, it might be 2, it might be all of them. And I want you to be really clear and honest with yourself about what you're seeing, what you're noticing, so that you can make a change and you can start shifting your focus, you can start shifting your mindset, and really get your action aligned with your desires, with where you're going. Okay, you can be successful. You get to be, have, and do whatever it is that you choose in this life, but these things have to be in place. All right. Now, if you haven't already heard, I'm sure you have, of the All-In program, and you're struggling with one of these or multiple of these things, you're not seeing the results, you're trying to kind of wobble your way forward and you're not quite sure how to make that jump or make that leap, then I want you to consider joining us for the All-In program. There are 2 spots left. It's my blended mastermind program that's going to hold you accountable in your mind, your energy, and your action. You're going to have a pod of people that are with you on this journey, really going through their own journey in evolution and stepping into their desires and choosing to go all in, making that definitive decision. And then, of course, you have me. They're guiding you. 1 module per week. We're going to be talking about how to get your mindset behind it, how to get your energy aligned. I'm going to be literally messaging with you, with the whole group every day, checking in and helping you through those mindset moments that might cause you to quit. Okay? So if this feels like a definite yes for you, then I want to invite you to join us. We start Monday, February 1st. I'm going to post all the information for you below. If you have questions about it, please feel free to reach out. And don't forget that if you join, not only do you get all of the amazing group stuff, you get an additional one-on-one session with me, and everyone gets access to my book bonus journey, which is like workshops and early access to my book, right? Chapter by chapter, you are the first readers to give me feedback, to share your insight, and go through this masterclass 1 per month, at least through the end of the year. Although my intuition tells me it's probably going to carry us over into 2022. So if this is a yes for you, then I would love to have you. I would love for you to join us. We have 2 spots left. Go ahead and get registered below, or if you have questions, feel free to send them my way. In the meantime, I hope that these 5 tips, these 5 insights were helpful for you. And remember that you get to be, have, and do whatever you choose. You just have to get your mind, energy, and action behind it. All right. Hope you guys have a great rest of your week, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, guys.